Hi everyone, it is Abigail of the Black Book Space. I want to talk to you about how to read more books in less time. So come back in a moment and let's chat. Okay, so I know I talk about not tying your words to productivity, right? Because they don't go hand in hand. We talk about that with the book Rest is Resistance. This is true, but I really enjoy competing with myself and looking over time to see how I've grown and different things like that. And one of the ways I do that when looking at being productive in some way is reading books. And I personally have the goal, I like to read at least 52 books per year, okay? I like to read a book a week, and that isn't always possible because, as you know, I teach elementary middle school, ESS, and I run a business, and I'm busy. However, I still love looking at Goodreads at the end of the year and seeing how many books I've read and having that 52 there. It just does something for me. That's my personal goal. So when it comes to reading more books in less time, there are many ways to do it. First of all, simple enough, choose books that you're interested in, because then you'll stay a longer amount of time, reading. You get that book done really quickly. Just to, put some notes aside, maybe throw it up on your blog, recommend it to other people, things like that. Read books that you enjoy reading, okay? Another way, sometimes I find books that are a little bit shorter than others, but still pack a really good punch. They have a really beautiful story in there. Maybe books about poetry. Those can be a lot shorter, and you read those, and it'll be something that you can quickly add to the amount of books you've read. But I think that this is the number one way to read even more books than you thought possible per year. And that is, and I never thought I'd be saying this, listening to audiobooks. Lately, I've realized the road rage, has gotten a little out of control. And I think it's because of some of the music I listen to in the morning on my way to work. I really do. And the fact that I haven't had breakfast in me have something to do with it too. But either way, one thing that has helped, and it's not something I do all the time, is listen to audiobooks on my way to work. They're usually non-fiction books about spirituality that kind of bring me back down into that space, listening to things about Kundalini yoga and just different things like that. Mindset. I listen to those books. And you have your commute, which may be longer or shorter depending on where you're going. If you hop in the car and you listen to a book rather than music, that's another way to get more books read than you may have even thought possible. Because I was able to read a book in a few days when I was listening to audiobooks more regularly. And it calmed me down so much, y'all. It was fantastic. I was so proud of myself because I can get a little wild with the driving, people really annoy me so much when I'm driving, and it's you do not belong in this lane. This is not the lane for you. You don't need to be in the far left lane if you're going 60 miles per hour, that sort of thing. But people may have been doing that, but I'm sitting here listening to my book about candle magic and different things like that, and I was so chill and zen, and it was just wonderful and amazing, and I enjoyed it. So that's the number one way I'd highly recommend. Besides the fact that just make time to do it. You have to make time for things that are important to you. If you want to read more books in less time, then you have to put the time aside. You cannot sit around and watch Netflix all day and be like, dang, I only read one book this whole month. I'm the person that I'm talking to when I say it, because I have done that. Look at where you are spending your time. Are you spending a lot of time doing things that are not reading books? Then that's why you haven't read very many books this year. And that's okay. If that's what your goal is, you're trying to read more books in less time, then you have to put that time aside. There are speed reading courses. I've never taken one, so I can't really recommend any. But like I said, the number one way that I have found to read more books in less time is to listen to them. Audiobooks. And like I said, Spotify is a really great way to find books. I use Spotify in my dance class, and they now, on premium, have added books to listen to, and they're really good ones. And premium is not very expensive, it's less than $10 a month, and I put that out there. I use it because I teach a dance class and I don't want commercials in my music while I'm listening, although there are a couple of commercials that come up during podcasts sometimes. So highly recommend that. Check that out. See if it's something that you will find valuable. I don't know what you're going to be doing today, but I truly hope that it's something that brings you joy.